Your eyes are incredibly sophisticated, but your camera is not. Your brain automatically adjusts for shadows, harsh light, and mixed lighting conditions. Your camera just records what is there. So let us train you to see the light the way a camera sees it. Start with what I call the face check. Have your subject or volunteer sit in your recording position. Walk up close and examine their face carefully. Look for harsh shadows under the eyes. That means light's coming from directly above. Don't know why I just showed you my hair. Shadows under the nose and chin, same problem. Your overhead lighting is coming down. One side of the face is much darker than the other, then the side lighting is without any fill. Dark colors or circles, raccoon eyes, these are common with ceiling lights, and then take note of these because this is just your diagnostic starting point of what the lighting looks like in your room. Now we're going to try the hand test. While your subject sits in position, hold your hand up in front of your face about 6 inches away. Turn in a circle slowly. Notice where your shadows fall on your hand. And where do harsh lines appear between light and shadow? The direction where your hand looks is the most evenly illuminated is where your key light is. Next, survey your recording space and identify every light source. We have a side light and a key light. We have a lamp. We have a lantern. We have another lamp. We have some natural light. Now survey your space. Are there natural light from windows, skylights, and glass doors? Is there artificial light from an overhead ceiling light? Next, survey your recording space and identify every light source. Natural light from windows, skylights and glass doors, artificial light from overhead ceiling lights, which can be problematic, desk lamps, table lamps, any of the lights that you're going to bring in for recording. Write these down because we're going to work with them as we test lighting scenarios. Here's where it gets interesting. John Elias, who manages light production for concert venues, has a strong opinion about lighting styles. He's not as fond of the news look for podcasting. News is very bright, it's flat, it's super even lighting. You see it on network broadcasts. Lighting coming from everywhere, no shadows at all, no texture, completely sterile. In news, that's appropriate. It's clean, it's authoritative. But for a podcast interview, for two people having a conversation, it just looks flat. It feels a little cold. John prefers what he calls Da Vinci lighting. When Leonardo da Vinci painted, he almost always had lighting cutting across the face from one side. You get the shadow triangle from the nose and across the cheeks, and on one side of the face, it's brighter than the other. That asymmetry creates depth. It adds dimension. It makes the scene feel real, intimate. And you don't need an expensive piece of equipment to achieve this. Here's the budget reality. 2 umbrella lights with a remote control will cost you about $100. That's what I'm running here. It's what I can show you in this lesson. John also recommends simple Japanese paper lanterns you can buy on Amazon for about $20 or $30. You hang 2 of these, one in front and one on the side, and just get out of the camera's view with them, and then you get a beautiful soft diffused light automatically. If you want that Da Vinci asymmetry, turn off one of the front 2 lights or move it further away. Let one side fall into shadow just a little. Not so much that it looks dramatic or creepy, just enough that there's more depth than a flat, even wash. Example. I have natural light coming from here. I have my key light here, but I just turned off my side light, and it should add a lot more dimension to my face. Here's a lesson John learned from his years in television production. He once produced commercials for a furniture store that sold affordable products. The business was a warehouse style operation, budget friendly, no frills. When John's commercials started looking too polished, too professional, the customers got suspicious. They thought the store was marking up their prices because the advertising looked so expensive. The takeaway here for your podcast is this: match your production quality to your audience's expectation. If your show is casual and approachable, your light should feel warm and natural, not like a television studio. If your audience expects authority and polish, then yes, light it accordingly. Your set design and lighting should sell the same message your content sells. Here's the golden rule test. Vilmos Zsigmond, the legendary cinematographer, said the best way to know when there is good lighting is when you don't notice it at all. Have someone else look at your setup. If their first comment is about the lighting, you probably need to adjust. Good lighting should make your subject look natural and clear without drawing attention to itself. Your exercise for this lesson: set up your recording space. Photograph your subject 4 ways. First, with only an overhead ceiling light. Second, with one light from the side. Third, try the Vinci look. Key light at 45 degrees, one side brighter than the other. Fourth, your attempt at warm, natural, conversational lighting. Save those photos. They are your before pictures. You'll be amazed at how far you come. See you on the flip side.